Hello and welcome. Today, I invite you to join me on a journey into a world that is all around us, yet often overlooked. A world of breathtaking beauty, intricate design, and remarkable survival. We are venturing into the realm of the butterfly, these fluttering jewels of the air that grace our gardens and wild spaces with their silent, vibrant dance. They seem so delicate, so ephemeral, yet their lives are filled with astonishing stories and abilities that rival the most complex creatures on our planet. Prepare to see these familiar insects in an entirely new light. We will uncover secrets that have been perfected over millions of years of evolution. From senses that defy our own human perception, to feats of endurance that seem utterly impossible for such a fragile being. The life of a butterfly is anything but simple. These are not merely decorative insects. They are masters of adaptation, crucial players in the health of our ecosystems, and living examples of nature's boundless ingenuity. So, find a comfortable spot and let us begin. The facts we are about to explore will, I hope, not only surprise you, but also deepen your appreciation for these winged wonders. The next time a butterfly flits past, you will see not just a splash of color, but a story of incredible complexity, a testament to the marvels that unfold every day in the natural world. Let us look closer. Our exploration begins with a rather surprising revelation about how these creatures experience their world. When we wish to taste something, we rely on our mouths. A butterfly, however, has a far more direct and intimate method. Imagine being able to identify your next meal simply by touching it. For the butterfly, this is reality. Their feet, the very same delicate limbs they use to alight so gently upon a leaf or a petal, are covered in remarkable sensors, chemoreceptors that function much like our own taste buds. As a butterfly gracefully lands on a plant, it is performing a crucial test. It is, in essence, tasting the leaf to determine if it is a suitable place for its offspring to thrive. These sensors can detect the specific chemical compounds within the plant, signaling whether it is the correct host species for its eggs. This ensures the emerging caterpillars will have their first and most vital meal readily available. It is an extraordinary adaptation, turning a simple act of landing into a life or death decision for the next generation. The sheer variety of butterflies that grace our planet is simply staggering. It is a testament to their evolutionary success and adaptability. When we think of butterflies, we might picture a handful of familiar types we see in our local parks, but this is just the smallest glimpse of their global family. Scientists have identified at present around 20,000 distinct species of butterfly. From the frozen tundras of the Arctic to the humid, steaming rainforests of the Amazon, these insects have colonized nearly every habitat on Earth. This incredible diversity is expressed in a breathtaking array of sizes, shapes, and most famously, colors. Consider the giant Queen Alexandra's birdwing of Papua New Guinea, with a wingspan that can reach almost a foot compared to the tiny western pygmy blue of North America, smaller than a fingernail. Each species has carved out its own unique niche, its own way of life, its own role in the ecosystem. This vast, fluttering tapestry reminds us of the endless creativity of the natural world. Butterflies perceive the world in a way that we humans can scarcely imagine. Our vision is limited to what we call the visible spectrum, the familiar rainbow of colors. But for a butterfly, this is only part of the picture. They can see into the ultraviolet range, a dimension of light that is entirely invisible to us. This extraordinary ability fundamentally changes how they see their surroundings, especially the flowers upon which they depend for their survival. To our eyes, a flower might appear as a solid block of yellow or white, but in the ultraviolet spectrum, that same flower reveals hidden patterns like a secret map. These patterns, often called nectar guides, are invisible to us but shine brightly for a butterfly, acting as landing strips that point directly to the flower's rich supply of nectar. This ultraviolet vision is also crucial in finding a mate, as the wings of other butterflies can flash with iridescent ultraviolet patterns, broadcasting signals of health and species identity. You know, the fragility of a butterfly's wings seems to, well, defy the very idea of a long and arduous journey. And yet, one species actually undertakes a migration that's honestly one of the most remarkable phenomena in the natural world. I am speaking, of course, of the monarch butterfly of North America. Each autumn, millions of these insects embark on this incredible multi-generational trek, traveling up to 3,000 miles from their summer breeding grounds in Canada and the United States all the way to overwintering sites in the mountains of central Mexico. No single butterfly completes the entire round trip. It's really like a relay race across generations. The generation that flies south to Mexico is a special one. It can live for up to 8 months, which is way longer than the typical few weeks. They cluster together in Oyamel fir forests, covering the trees in this shimmering blanket of orange and black. Then, in the spring, they begin the journey north, laying eggs along the way so that their children and their children's children can continue the epic voyage back to the north. Every butterfly we see fluttering in the breeze began its life as a very different creature. The journey from its first stage to its final winged form is a true marvel of biological engineering, a process known as metamorphosis. It all starts with a tiny egg carefully laid on a specific host plant. From this egg hatches a caterpillar, which is, in essence, an eating machine. Its sole purpose is to consume as much of its host plant as possible, growing rapidly and shedding its skin several times as it increases in size. Once it has reached its full size, the caterpillar finds a safe, sheltered spot and enters the next mysterious stage. It transforms into a chrysalis or pupa. On the outside, the chrysalis may seem still and lifeless, but within its protective casing, a miraculous reorganization is taking place. The caterpillar's body is completely broken down and reformed. Tissues are reshaped, and new organs, legs, antennae, and most importantly, wings are formed. After a period of weeks or sometimes months, the case splits open and a butterfly emerges. The winged stage of a butterfly's life, the one we are most familiar with, is often tragically short. After the incredible journey of metamorphosis, the adult butterfly emerges with two primary objectives: to feed and to reproduce. For most species, the clock is ticking. The average adult lifespan is typically just 2 to 4 weeks. During this brief window, all their energy is devoted to ensuring the survival of the next generation. There are, of course, exceptions to this rule. As we have seen, the migrating generation of monarchs can live for many months. Some species that overwinter as adults, like the mourning cloak, can also live for nearly a year. But for the vast majority, their time as a winged jewel is a fleeting final chapter. It is a life lived with urgency, a vibrant burst of activity that burns brightly but briefly, a poignant reminder of the delicate and often transient nature of beauty in the wild. While we admire them for their beauty, the role of butterflies in our ecosystems is far more than just ornamental. They are vital, if sometimes overlooked, pollinators. As a butterfly travels from flower to flower in search of nectar, its hairy body and legs become dusted with pollen. When it visits the next flower of the same species, some of this pollen is transferred, allowing the plant to become fertilized and produce seeds and fruit. This process is absolutely fundamental to the health of our planet. Many plants are entirely dependent on butterflies and other insects for their reproduction. Without these diligent pollinators, entire plant communities could collapse, affecting every other organism that relies on them, from insects to birds to mammals, including ourselves. Butterflies are also an important indicator species. A healthy and diverse butterfly population is a sign of a healthy ecosystem. Their presence or absence tells us a great deal about the well-being of the environment around us. Our journey through the hidden world of the butterfly is now drawing to a close. We have seen that these delicate creatures are far more complex and capable than they might first appear. They taste with their feet, see in colors we cannot comprehend, and undertake journeys of immense scale. They are living symbols of transformation and resilience. But their story is not something that only happens in distant, exotic lands. It is unfolding right now, in your own corner of the world. So I encourage you, the next time you are in your garden, a local park, or even just walking down the street, to pause. Look for them. Notice the different types, the way they fly, the flowers they choose to visit. Each one is a small miracle, a representative of a vast and ancient lineage. By creating a small patch of flowers or simply choosing not to use pesticides, you can provide a vital sanctuary for these important creatures and witness their fascinating lives up close. The natural world is full of such wonders, waiting patiently for us to pay attention. The story of the butterfly is just one of thousands we could tell. I hope this has sparked your curiosity to learn more. Please, do share which of these facts surprised you the most in the comments below. For now, thank you for joining me. Look after our winged jewels, and they will continue to enrich our world with their silent, fluttering beauty.